Dr. Velnara had seen many things in her 30 cycles as the chief medical officer aboard the interstellar vessel Harmony's Dream. She had treated radiation burns, exotic parasites, and even a case of spontaneous molecular dissociation. But nothing had prepared her for the horror unfolding in the crew mess hall. Lieutenant James Rodriguez sat at his usual table, humming contentedly as he prepared his morning meal. The Thalnix doctor's 4 eyes widened in progressive stages of alarm as she watched him work. First, he cracked open several ovoid capsules, embryonic cells from Earth's avian species, and heated them until they coagulated into a yellow mass. Strike one against biological sensibility. Then came the strips of preserved mammalian muscle tissue, which he fried until they released an overwhelming scent of salt and combusted fat. Velnara's medical scanner chirped urgently. The sodium content alone could kill most species. But the true nightmare was the bread. James inserted 2 slices into a heating device that subjected them to extreme temperatures until they turned brown and crispy, releasing enough acrylamide to qualify as a chemical weapon on 15 different worlds. Lieutenant Rodriguez. Velnara rushed forward, her translator clicking frantically. Stop. You're about to consume a plate of biological hazards. James looked up, fork halfway to his mouth, genuinely confused. Doc? It's just breakfast. Just, Velnara's anterior breathing spiracles fluttered in distress. Those are unborn avian offspring. That muscle tissue is preserved with nitrates. And that carbonized grain product, she pointed at the toast with a trembling manipulator. Do you have any idea what thermal decomposition does to carbohydrates? Makes them crunchy? James offered. Velnara pulled out her medical scanner and ran it over the plate. The device immediately flagged 17 different compounds as toxic, 3 as potentially carcinogenic, and 1 as inadvisable for carbon-based life forms. She showed James the screen with something approaching panic. By the 7 suns, how are you still alive? This meal could, she paused, accessing her medical records. Her skin shifted from concern blue to confusion purple. Wait. How long have you been eating this? Eggs and bacon? Since I was like, 6 years old. James shrugged. Pretty standard Earth breakfast. Sometimes I add hash browns. Those are basically fried starch with more salt. Velnara's database search confirmed her growing suspicion. She pulled up humanity's nutritional history, and her chromatophores flickered through an entire spectrum of emotions. Humans didn't just tolerate these compounds, they craved them. Their bodies had evolved on a planet so hostile that they considered controlled poisoning a normal part of daily sustenance. Your species, she said slowly, deliberately consumes oxidized lipids, heat-damaged proteins, and carcinogenic compounds, every single morning? Well, yeah. James finally took his bite, chewing happily. Sometimes we eat fermented milk products too. We call it yogurt. Or cheese, if we age it in mold. Velnara sat down heavily, her legs suddenly unreliable. She had read the designation in humanity's file, Death World Species, Class 12, but she had thought it was an exaggeration. Clearly, it wasn't. I need to revise the entire human dietary protocol, she muttered, watching James add hot sauce, capsaicin extract that would blister her skin on contact, to his eggs. James grinned. Want to try some, Doc? Absolutely not. Velnara stood, backing away slowly. I choose life, Lieutenant. As she retreated to her medical bay to recalibrate humanity's threat assessment, James simply shrugged and continued his breakfast. Just another morning for the galaxy's most terrifying omnivores.